Texts for Nothing. 1. Suddenly, no, at last, long last, I couldn't any more. I couldn't go on. Someone said, "You can't stay here." I couldn't stay there and I couldn't go on. I'll describe the place. That's unimportant. The top, very flat, of a mountain. No. A hill, but so wild. Enough. Quag. Heath up to the knees. Faint sheep tracks. Troughs scooped deep by the rains. It was far down in one of these I was lying, out of the wind. Glorious prospect, but for the mist that blotted out everything. Valleys, lochs, plain and sea. How can I go on? I shouldn't have begun. No, I had to begin. Someone said, perhaps the same, "What possessed you to come?" I could have stayed in my den, snug and dry. I couldn't. My den. I'll describe it. No, I can't. It's simple. I can do nothing any more. That's what you think. I say to the body, "Up with you now," and I can feel it struggling, like an old hack foundered in the street, struggling no more, struggling again, till it gives up. I say to the head, "Leave it alone. Stay quiet." It stops breathing, then pants on worse than ever. I am far from all that wrangle. I shouldn't bother with it. I need nothing, neither to go on nor to stay where I am. It's truly all one to me. I should turn away from it all, away from the body, away from the head. Let them work it out between them. Let them cease. I can't. It's I would have to cease. Ah, yes. We seem to be more than one. All deaf. Not even gathered together for life. Another said, or the same, or the first, they all have the same voice, the same ideas. All you have to do was stay at home. Home. They wanted me to go home. My dwelling place. But for the mist, with good eyes, with a telescope, I could see it from here. It's not just tiredness. I'm not just tired, in spite of the climb. It's not that I want to stay here either. I must have heard tell of the view, the distant sea and hammered lead, the so-called golden vale so often sung, the double valleys, the glacial lochs, the city in its haze. It was all on every tongue. Who are these people, anyway? Did they follow me up here? Go before me? Come with me? I am down in the hole the centuries have dug, centuries of filthy weather, flat on my face on the dark earth, sodden with the creeping saffron waters it slowly drinks. They are up above, all round me, as in a graveyard. I can't raise my eyes to them. What a pity. I wouldn't see their faces, their legs perhaps, plunged in the heath. Do they see me? What can they see of me? Perhaps there is no one left. Perhaps they are all gone, sickened. I listen, and it's the same thoughts I hear. I mean the same as ever. Strange. To think in the valley the sun is blazing all down the ravelled sky. How long have I been here? What a question. I've often wondered. And often I could answer. An hour, a month, a year, a century, depending on what I meant by here, and me, and being, and there I never went looking for extravagant meanings. There I never much varied, only the here would sometimes seem to vary. Or I said, I can't have been here long. I wouldn't have held out. I hear the curlews. That means close of day, fall of night, for that's the way with curlews. Silent all day, then crying when the darkness gathers. That's the way with those wild creatures, and so short-lived compared with me. And that other question I know so well, too. What possessed you to come? Unanswerable, so that I answered, to change, or it's not me, or chance, or again, to see, or again, years of great sun, fate. I feel that other coming. Let it come. It won't catch me napping. All is noise, unending suck of black sopping peat, surge of giant ferns, heathery gulfs of quiet where the wind drowns, my life and its old jingles. To change, to see. No, there's no more to see. I've seen it all, till my eyes are blear. Nor to get away from harm. The harm is done. One day the harm was done. The day my feet dragged me out that must go their ways, that I let go their ways and drag me here. That's what possessed me to come. And what I'm doing, all important, breathing in and out and saying, with words like smoke, I can't go, I can't stay. Let's see what happens next. And in the way of sensation? My God, I can't complain. It's himself, all right, only muffled. Like buried in snow, less the warmth, less the drouse. I can follow them well, all the voices, all the parts, fairly well. The cold is eating me, the wet, too. At least I presume so. I'm far. My rheumatism, in any case, is no more than a memory. It hurts me no more than my mother's did when it hurt her. I ravening patient in the haggard vulture face. Perhaps it's carrion time. I'm up there and I'm down here, under my gaze, foundered, eyes closed, ear cupped against the sucking peat. We're of one mind, all of one mind, always were, deep down. We're fond of one another. We're sorry for one another. But there it is. There's nothing we can do for one another. One thing at least is certain. In an hour it will be too late. In half an hour it will be night. And yet it's not. Not certain. What is not certain? Absolutely certain. That night prevents what day permits. For those who know how to go about it, who have the will to go about it, and the strength to try again. Yes, it will be night. The mist will clear, I know my mist, for all my distraction, the wind freshen, and the whole night sky open over the mountain, with its lights, including the bears, to guide me once again on my way. Let's wait for night. All mingles, times and tenses. At first I only had been here. Now I'm here still. Soon I won't be here yet, toiling up the slope. Or in the bracken by the wood, its larch. I don't try to understand. I'll never try to understand any more. That's what you think. For the moment I'm here, always have been, always shall be. I won't be afraid of the big words any more. They are not big. I don't remember coming. I can't go. All my little company, my eyes are closed, and I feel the wet humus harsh against my cheek. My hat is gone. It can't be gone far, or the wind has swept it away. I was attached to it. Sometimes it's the sea, other times the mountains. Often it was the forest, the city, the plain, too. I've flirted with the plain, too. I've given myself up for dead all over the place, of hunger, of old age, murdered, drowned, and then for no reason, of tedium, nothing like breathing your last to put new life in you. And then the rooms, natural death, tucked up in bed, smothered in household gods, and always muttering, the same old mutterings, the same old stories, the same old questions and answers. No malice in me, hardly any. Stultior stultissimo, never an imprecation, not such a fool, or else it's gone from mind. Yes, to the end, always muttering, to lull me and keep me company, and all ears always, all ears for the old stories, as when my father took me on his knee and read me the one about Joe Bream, or Breen, the son of a lighthouse keeper, evening after evening, all the long winter through. A tale, it was a tale for children. It all happened on a rock, in the storm. The mother was dead, and the gulls came beating against the light. Joe jumped into the sea. That's all I remember, a knife between his teeth. Did what was to be done and came back. That's all I remember this evening. It ended happily, it began unhappily, and it ended happily. Every evening, a comedy for children. Yes, I was my father and I was my son. I asked myself questions and answered as best I could. I had it told to me evening after evening, the same old story I knew by heart and couldn't believe. Or we walked together, hand in hand, silent, sunk in our worlds, each in his worlds, the hands forgotten in each other. That's how I've held out till now. And this evening again, it seems to be working. I'm in my arms. I'm holding myself in my arms, without much tenderness, but faithfully, faithfully. Sleep now, as under that ancient lamp, all twined together, tired out with so much talking, so much listening, so much toil and play.